Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I do want to highlight this news. This is not necessarily new news. I'm sure a lot of you probably have heard of this news along with other news as well, but I wanted to talk about this because this is serious. It's important to talk about this stuff. We shouldn't run away from stuff like this. We shouldn't tuck our tails between our legs and hide from it. We shouldn't always avoid it. I know people get tired of hearing about this stuff, but this is real stuff that happens in K-pop, in the industry. And you know, we always talk about the lighthearted stuff, the positive stuff, all the stuff, but we don't usually talk about the things that are going on that are put in front of our face. We like to just read about it or look at it and then not say anything. Oh, we'll let the reporters report on it, or we'll let these people talk about it, but don't make a video about this. Don't talk about this. Don't highlight it when we should highlight. It's important. I would say highlighting stuff like this in a positive way to bring awareness to it, not to grift on it and be like, oh, let me just report on this because it's drama and drama sells. I refuse to run away from these issues, but yes, that's what I do on my channel. The company is not going to respond to the cry for help, then I think the fans should be making sure that we support that idol and send them messages of appreciation and love, and step up for these female artists, these male artists that are going through stuff, because the industry's brutal. Okay, the industry's brutal, and by not saying anything about it, I feel like I'm doing a disservice. That's all I wanted to say about that. Let's move on to the news. Recently, an idol by the name of Eddie sent some troubling messages to his fans concerning his time as a group member of the group known as n.SSign. He sent disturbing messages and talked about the experiences he's had while being in the group. And these messages that he has sent has left a lot of fans concerned about what's happening with the group right now, specifically Eddie himself, because he's the only one that's come out and spoken. So to kind of catch you guys up to speed on how this group was formed, in 2022, a survival program called Stars Awakening selected 7 competitors to form the group n.SSign. The following year, after pre-debut activities, n.SSign was restructured, adding 3 new members before their official debut on August 9th, 2023. The group returned in February of 2024, and fans have been eagerly awaiting their third comeback. So they've been out for a while if they're about to have their third comeback. However, on June 12th, member Eddie sent several messages to fans that left many angry and confused. These messages were sent on the From platform, which I've not heard of before, to be honest. But Eddie begins his messages by saying that he, quote, can't take it anymore, end quote, and saying that fans deserved to know the truth. He followed up these messages by saying that he would now be taking his health into consideration and that he couldn't wait any longer to reveal all of what he wanted to say regarding his experiences. Eddie follows up by saying that they aren't a team and that they never were, and adding that they, quote, sure AF ain't a family, and that it would all make sense later. The next messages state that the place, the people, and seemingly his entire experience in the group has not been genuine. He then says that he has had it with them, implying that he is not just talking about the entertainment company, but also the n.SSign members themselves. Some fans have been concerned for the group for a while, due to their packed schedule, with 2 members currently being on hiatus. Doha will begin another hiatus in February of 2022, and Hyun, who has been on hiatus since July of 2023. That's a long time ago. Wow. So NCH Entertainment has also been criticized for the treatment of their groups following the issues surrounding the disbandment of Nature, which I've never heard of Nature before, but apparently that's a K-pop group that I am yet to know about. So all of these things are going on. A lot of people were saying that maybe he's cry for help, or maybe he's having mental struggles and things like that. I mean, mentally and physically, I believe he's having a hard time, but I think he's checked out from what these texts are saying. He's checked out. You don't see stuff like this happen all the time, where an idol member will come out and literally say, listen, we ain't no family, we ain't no team, we're none of that stuff. This is a long time coming. I don't know how long this has been going on, but it's serious if this has been festering for a long time. Yes, it is unfortunate, but it's true that there are some groups with members who just don't get along well, or even at all, honestly. We will never know some of these groups. We can speculate and, try to figure out what groups don't really get along in real life or whatever the case. But ultimately, for a lot of the groups, we'll never know, right? We'll never know. But yes, it is a thing. Like, groups don't always get along. Even groups that get along, I have heard they've had arguments. Like BTS, with some of the members in that group have had arguments before. The arguments kind of made them stronger, made them closer, together as a group, which I'm glad. But sometimes arguments can tear down a group and destroy it from the inside. Not being able to get over certain things. Maybe somebody insulted someone, maybe somebody disrespected someone, maybe somebody cursed at somebody. You never know what these arguments entail. But either way, the infighting within certain groups can cause damage, permanent damage, to the point where you cannot reconcile the group to each other anymore. And some groups from day one never viewed their members as a team or brothers or sisters or anything like that. So this stuff happens, okay? This is not something new. But there's something that I'm curious about, because my feeling is and I'm not sure if he's just speaking for himself or if he's speaking for all of the members when he says, quote, "We aren't a team and we never were, and we sure as F ain't a family." Now, as a result of all of the stuff that he's talked about and all of the things that he's alluded to with his mental health being put in top priority, the company decided to put him on a hiatus. And I'm going to read that for you now. On June 13th, n.SSign's label, n.SSign Entertainment, announced Eddie would be missing the fan sign that was scheduled due to his health. The label stated, quote, "Currently, Eddie is taking a break, and we'll do our best to support his health as it's our biggest priority, and so that the artist could return to his schedules as soon as possible." But it sounds like he wants out. But they're saying that we're going to basically put him on hiatus and say, listen, we're going to just let you rest, cool off, get into a better headspace so that you can come back to this group that you say is not a family. And that's why I have questions. I'm going to get into the questions in a minute. According to fans, the announcement comes following Eddie's messages saying he needs to take care of his health first. We're going to let him chill, rest, and recover his health so that he can return. But it doesn't sound like he wants to return. It sounds like he wants the group to just be over because it's all a lie. That's what it sounds like. But getting back to what I said earlier, I'm not sure if he's talking about just himself or if he's speaking for all of the members when he said that we aren't a team. We never were. So were they always at each other's throats? Or did something happen that caused the group to dislike one another? Did something happen in between pre-debut to debut to now that caused a rift in the group to the point that it's like, yeah, we never were a team? Like, did something happen to lead to that? This whole feeling of we were never a team. Did that happen as a result of difficulties communicating or anything like that? And then it's just like, the team's just not a team. We're not a family. We don't love each other. We don't care about each other. Did that happen over time where it was just revealed? Or was it always the case? Was this team put together not liking each other? Did it get that way? Or was it always that way? Okay, that's a question that I'll probably never get the answer to, but I'm brainstorming, trying to figure this out, okay? That's like, what, 2 questions? He's saying we never were a team, but could it be that he feels like an outcast and he's crying out for help? Maybe. I don't know. But this is still a serious issue regardless, because it shows just how bad the industry can be. Now, we've seen members of a group sabotage the entire group by putting out statements that turn out to be lies. But then the lies start to destroy the group anyway, and the group disbands because of lies. We've seen this happen before, but is this that instance? I don't think so. At least I'm being led to believe that it's not, because of everything that's been reported on. Apparently, this company has been under fire for basically overworking and mistreating and mismanaging another group that was within this company. So it's already hard to talk about the company. But when you say that your group, we're not a family, we're not friends, that's sad to hear. That's sad to hear. Like, it could all be just a facade that they're putting on. And listen, like I said, this is not new. We all know that there are groups that put on facades. We know this. What do you guys think about this? And again, I'm talking about this to bring awareness to it. It's too serious. You know, I would never try to paint this as something lighthearted, like, oh, this is juicy news. Like, no, it's not. This is some serious stuff. I'm worried that the group might disband, but at the same time, maybe it's for the group's own good. Because if they really don't get along, if it's true that they don't get along with each other, it's not just a Eddie problem, it's an everybody on the group problem. And maybe, possibly, and this is another theory, and I'm putting this theory out there, it's just a theory. Maybe the way that the group is being overworked is pushing the members, all of them, not only physically to the brink, but mentally to the brink, where they're fighting amongst each other, getting mad at each other and doing all this stuff and treating each other badly because of how badly the company is pushing them. That could be true, guys. That could be true. We've seen idol groups persevere through being basically persecuted by their companies. But what if these guys just don't know how to deal with that and they're taking their frustrations out on each other? That's a possibility. But again, that's just a theory. Throwing that out there, take it with a grain of salt. I will never present to you any information and call it factual unless it is factual and I can prove it, with hard evidence. I'm just reporting on this because this is very serious, especially because Eddie's mental health is taking a hit due to all of this stuff that's been going on. And if he feels this way, possibly the other members feel this way as well. And maybe, honestly, they just need to disband and end this whole thing. I don't know. I just don't want to see any news about something happening because they couldn't disband, or the company's overworking them, or they're fussing and fighting and arguing with each other, and then it turns into a mess, a bigger mess than it already is. I don't know where this is leading. I'm hoping it doesn't lead to a war with the company, but that's why I'm saying this is way more serious than what I normally would see in just a regular disbandment or just members not getting along. This is the first member of a group in a long time that has come out and said stuff like this about their group, their company, and all this other stuff. This could turn into a big deal. So I just want you guys to keep your eye out for it. I'm keeping my eyes and ears open to what might come out as a result of what has already come out regarding Eddie and the messages he sent to fans. So, and then he's talking to fans on top of that about this stuff. So yeah, it is definitely feeling like a cry for help, like he wants the fans to help him get out of this or something like that. But that's me speculating. But really, that's all I gotta say. I'm not too sure what's gonna happen or what the future holds for the group. But honestly, I just hope that Eddie can recover his mental health and everything else. And I hope that the group will, if not come together, at least have the decency to disband. And I hope that the company has the decency to realize that they can't really promote this group or do anything with this group because they're not a team, they're not brothers, they're not friends, they don't work well. The facade can only last for so long, but hopefully the company will just let them go. I don't see that happening though. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. This is up in the air. So how do you think this is going to end? Do you think it's going to end anytime soon? I don't see it. I don't see it. Unless they just, end Eddie's contract. But it still might not be over. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this news today, guys. Next week, I will be talking about Dio and Baekhyun and the differences between their vocal styles. More so the soulful aspect than anything else. But we'll talk about that in another video. But until then, your boy Aves signing out. Peace. Love you guys. Bye.